Hi there, this is Adam with Asian Movie Pulse, and today I wanted to take a closer look at the Thermae Romae Complete Omnibus Edition by Mari Yamazaki and published by Yen Press. So I did do a longer review of this book previously, so you could always check that out on the site, but this is such a beautiful edition that I wanted to go over it a bit more. Now, this is the slipcase. I'll just show it once. Let's pop it back in here. So you can see that's what it looks like before, and then you pop it out, and we'll put that aside. So the book itself it's a big one. It is very heavy. When I was reading it, I was actually sitting at my desk like I was studying an ancient tome. So if you have a podium or a desk, that's kind of where you want to read it. Reading this in bed, if you dropped it on you, would do some serious damage. So as I mentioned, I did do a review, but I'll give some quick thoughts on the series itself as we kind of open it up here. Let me find, there is a cloth bookmark. I'll just pop that out. Yeah, so I had this page bookmark for no reason, but see here, will help you kind of keep your place. So it's actually small touches like that that are very appreciated. So we'll start back at the beginning of the series here. So the premise of Thermae Romae, for those unfamiliar, is it follows a man from ancient Greece whose job is to make the Roman baths. And through like a series of events that keep on happening to him, he ends up being transported to Japan. And it is here that he learns about Japanese baths, but just Japanese culture in general. And every time he takes on one of these trips, he kind of goes back and brings some information with him back to ancient Greece and kind of implements it there. And as far as exploring the different cultures, that's where this book excels and excels masterfully. It's very informative, it's very well thought out and planned, and it gives you a lot of insight into both cultures. It's the kind of book that you learn a lot from reading, which for me is always something exciting. And it has these lovely little interludes between each chapter volume here, where it gives a bit more detail, a bit more background, and also talks about the mangaka's journey as well, and kind of how she did the research for the book, and kind of some of her thought patterns. Now the series itself, my only real problem with it is closer to the end of it. Let's jump a bit. That's getting, yeah, we'll jump there. Closer to the end of it, it kind of focuses on a love story, and I don't think it's as effective. But part of that is this series originally started off as just like what's the term I'm looking for here? It wasn't meant to be a very long-running series. She was just kind of releasing it in blocks, so it was more episodic. But as the title picked up steam, she got to the point where in the later volumes, I feel like all different aspects of the culture are kind of explored to the point that they had to switch and kind of throw in a love story there. So it's not bad, but I think the book is at its strongest when it is discussing the aspects of culture, and that's when it's at its most engaging. What is also really great about the series is I think its appeal really can extend to a wider audience. I know a lot of people who love collecting big books like this that are real showstoppers, and they wouldn't necessarily go to manga by default. It's just not it's not necessarily at the forefront of a lot of people who collect these types of books necessarily, I've seen a lot of like really beautiful editions like this for American stuff, so it's really great to see this for a Japanese title. And I think the content matter, the educational aspect of it, really does help read that wider audience. And I know quite a few people who would absolutely adore a book like this despite having no interest in manga. So as a collectible, as a coffee table book, it is utterly gorgeous. Only real complaint about the release again is kind of the size, and that blue slip, I will admit some fault here. You can see I munted the corner, I grabbed it just by the blue and it fell out. So I was really quite devastated, but luckily the damage there is very minimal. The book came in pristine condition, plastic wrap, protective case, but through my own fault of just grabbing the blue, it fell there. So I would highly recommend this series. Like I said, I have a review on it on the Asian Movie Pulse site, so you can always take a look there for more of my thoughts, but I felt it was really important to also kind of just showcase how beautiful this edition is. And it's definitely worth the price tag, and I think it would make a great gift, again, for anyone who just likes books that have that educational, cultural value, not just for manga fans alone. So that is it. So thank you very much for listening, and I hope to do more of these videos. Bye.